ברוך אתה, מלך העולם, שעשה לאבותיי נס במקום הזה. ובעצם מאפשר my descendants a miracle in this place. Amen.
Amen.
The rows of men and women and children and men, older men came here. Just over there were stairs going down. This whole room over here, right down to the ruins over here, was an underground chain dressing room. All they could see from above the ground was something that looked like this. It looks like a small factory with smokestacks. All looked like this. It's another one of the buildings. Nothing would have alerted them as to what was in these buildings. And in fact, when the lines were too long, they sometimes allowed Hungarian Jewry to sit here picnicking under the trees, eating some of the food that they had brought along, unaware of the fact that they were inches away from their death. And then when they came into down these stairs, the first group of the 4 groups of the Sonderkommando waited for them and encouraged them to take their clothes off. They told them to remember the number of the hook where they placed their clothes so they'll be able to find them easier after their showers. They told them to be careful to tie the laces of their shoes together so that they would be easier to sort the shoes afterwards and to create the illusion that this wasn't what it was.
She saw him a lot, and she also was a thing called Lifeline Commando, where she would bring bodies around, like dead bodies around the camp, and move them to different places where they were going to be burned. And then she actually had she had these people, they call them barrack sisters. It was like people she slept with. And recently I went to a wedding in Israel of a granddaughter of one of her barrack sisters, which was like amazing. And then she did a death march to Bergen-Belsen, and she was liberated from there. And she had family. Her mother's mother and her mother's sisters were in America, so she ended up going to them, but they kind of treated her terribly. But I have the letter she wrote when she was liberated. So, one thing I forgot was when she would move the bodies around, she would steal a lot of shoes and try to sneak them to people who didn't have shoes to try to help them. And one time she was in Israel and someone recognized her and said, "Look, you saved my life, so thank you," which is amazing. So I'll read the letter. My dear ones, I'm writing the 4th time that I think it's in vain because I'm not sure if you're getting my letters. How should I describe my mood? It's already been 3 years that my loved ones, my dearest mother and brother. How should I describe my mood? It's already been 3 years that my loved ones, my dearest mother and brother, were lost. The pain I feel is exactly like the beginning, but even worse. Even more, the horrible 3 years from difficult circumstance. She was here for 3 years. I lived through the German barbarism. Not even in my dreams could I even think it was possible.
לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה הבאה בירושלים, לשנה
Yisrael, Melech Yisrael, Chai v'Kayam. David Melech
Melech Yisrael.